I'll try to
So
remember
sorry,
what I
if you can
said.
back up a little bit, Gina, to
Okay.
explain your process, that would be awesome.
Okay. So this very quickly stems from my experience with fibromyalgia and migraines
Mhm.
and being essentially disabled from the pain and all of that from them. So my connection to pain is now understanding that it's just the body's way of telling me something. So I say pain is information. It's just information.
Mhm.
And so when I feel pain, I say, thank you, body, for communicating with me. I recognize you're just trying to communicate something that I need to bring my attention to. So sometimes the cause of whatever the body is trying to communicate is very obvious. My first strong experience with this was coming home from Disneyland one night, and we've been walking all day. Of course, my feet are going to be tired. They're extra angry at me because I have fibro and I was walking all day. And it was so painful. I could barely step on the pedals of the car to drive us home, but I had to. There was nobody else to drive. And so I said, thank you, pain, for bringing my attention to the fact that my feet are tired and the tissues have been worked too hard and the nerves are inflamed. I understand. I take the learning. I'm going home. I'm going to take care of my body. I'm going to be off my feet for the next 12 hours. So I no longer need the message of pain. You don't need to get that email over and over again if you've already gotten the information. So I release the need for pain. And just in that, releasing the need for that information to come through again and again and again, the pain reduced by quite a bit. And then nerves, which felt like frayed, angry ropes, and the tissue that surrounds them, which was all irritated and like red and uncomfortable. And I just asked and allowed those nerves to smooth themselves down and retract back into their right position, their right, healthy, proper, comfortable position. And then the tissues that were surrounded by them to release and relax easy and peacefully into their right and ideal optimal position and state. And just everybody calm down back into a state of ease and peace and grace and softness and health. And that alone took my feet from like 20 out of 10 to like a 2, 3. I could walk comfortably from the car into the house, get my boys in bed, and then go get in bed. And sometimes it would hurt a little. And I'd say, hang in there. I'm going to be in bed in 5 minutes. It's okay. I don't need any pain. I got the message. We're good. So that was a really obvious source of pain. When it's not obvious, then I tell my body consciously or subconsciously, I know I'm accepting the learnings and integrating the learnings now of whatever this pain is trying to teach me. So thank you. I no longer release the need for pain. I got the message, I release the need for pain. And then do the same kind of retracting, drawing back up into a healthy state, loose, supple, peaceful.
That's awesome.
I hope
that is
helps.
awesome. I'm sure you use a lot of the vocabulary that she uses. So I think that will help her a lot. So thank you.
Perfect.
So I wanna piggyback on that. 2 things that came up for me when you were sharing is, and I do this often, like I do this a couple times a week. Sometimes I do this daily, depending on how I feel like I might need it. Is Steve Noble's affirmations. I think it's an affirmation. I embrace optimum health and well-being multidimensionally. It's awesome. Works every time. I'll usually do it while I'm like outside walking or something or by the water, but doesn't matter. And then there's Abraham Hicks physical well-being meditation, which is awesome. And so the 2 of those I've been doing pretty much in rotation for a while. I just, as I said, I just had a session, and one of the cards that got pulled, which I'm guided to share with you guys, is ask for guidance. This is from Messages from the Guides. And it's something I think you said, Shannon, which made me led me to want to share this is that whole asking for guidance part. And that's I think the key with people who aren't used to connectivity is that they don't understand. A lot of them don't understand. Like, look, we're sovereign beings. As human beings, we have free will. You could, unless you ask, your guides can't do anything. They can't,
Right.
unless you ask, unless you pray, unless you intend, unless you invite, they can't do anything. So once you ask and you open that door, like, they can do everything, literally move mountains. So be mindful that you are not on this journey alone. It can seem that way at times, but there are many souls, not only on the earth plane, but in the spiritual realms, who have your best interests at heart and are always eager to help. All you have to do is reach out and ask. When moments arise that are difficult and you feel that you need help making the correct choice, assistance is always here. This was the agreement before incarnation, whether you're consciously aware of it or not. There are several ways to contact your guides: through contemplation, meditation, prayer, or asking for contact in the dream state. Your connection to the wisdom of your guides is omnipresent. It's your job to find the best way for you to receive it. That's a great message to share with others. Your connection to the wisdom of your guides is omnipresent. It's your job to find the best way for you to receive it. Guides and other teachers work closely with you, and they understand your physical habits and mental processes so that they can steer you in the right direction. I loved that sentence. I even repeated it during my session. I was like, guides and other teachers work closely with you, and they understand your physical habits and mental processes so that they can steer you in the right direction. Besides personal assistance, they also have the ability to influence earthly circumstances for your benefit. There are many beings surrounding you from many realms, such as philosophers, sages, wise men, scholars, and masters, who no longer require incarnations in the earth school. Asking for help is not perceived as a weakness. In fact, just the opposite is true. It is the fully aware human who acknowledges and accesses his or her connection to the spirit realms. Make it a daily ritual to ask your guides to go before you on your earthly path and show you the way. So I'll take a copy of this. I'll take a picture of this as well and post it under the video when I post it later. And then the other conversation that I had with her, which feels really relevant here, and it's a different angle of what you were sharing, Gina, is Ho'oponopono. So doing Ho'oponopono with that part of your body that is experiencing pain. I love you. Sending it love, which, in my training with Ho'oponopono is I love you instantly connects us to divinity. Love is who we are. It's where we came from. So the declaration of I love you, you're instantly connected with the divine. Then I'm sorry. So it could be, I'm sorry for anything consciously or unconsciously, knowingly or unknowingly, that I did to contribute to this circumstance. So we all know sometimes there's stuff in our physical body that's not ours, that's ancestral, whatever. It's been passed down the DNA line or the soul family, or or it could be, I think you're 100% accurate with that, Gina, that it is like it's information our body is communicating to us, right? So it could be, because sometimes I see faces, like in body parts, I see faces. I'm like, okay, who are you? What do you have to do with this, right? And so I can apologize that at the very least, even if it's something or someone that I feel maybe has done something unloving. Let me word it that way. I was about to say has wronged me, but that's a story that they've wronged me. But it's like they've made some gesture that is like unloving. Is that I said, I apologize. I'm sorry that you felt so much fear that you thought taking this action was your only option. And please forgive me for anything I did, knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or unconsciously, that would contribute to you feeling that much fear and that that's the only option you have, and not feeling love or loved, or not understanding love, how to express love and have your needs met. And then thank you for the lesson, thank you for the teaching, thank you for the whatever you did, whatever you can express gratitude for in that moment. If it's a body part, thank you for being this body part that's worked all these years and have held on to whatever this is, so that I can now have the opportunity to heal it and release it. And there's so with the session that I just had, we were talking a lot about ancestry, and that there was this meme of like it's our turn, it's our opportunity to break the generational cycles or the ancestral cycles, and that excuse or that story of it runs in the family now warrants our response. It stops running here. Like the running stops here. So it feels a lot of that too. Like there's like, that's part of what I feel is coming up right now, is like the remnants or the last layers or there's so much clearing happening right now, so much clearing. To be in the space for whatever we're ramping up for, that's coming really soon between now and December 21st. Something's coming.
December 21st, that's the day.
Yeah. So I read it somewhere, like in one of my circles, that between 11/11 and 12/21.
Okay.
It's like 40 days and nights.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that.
So, yeah.
I've had so many people tell me that they're like, did you know that there's a new timeline coming in? Like, no, I had no idea. And I mean, just people like that I don't even talk about this kind of stuff with. And I had somebody that I didn't even think was, I mean, they're awake, but I didn't really think that they're that much awake. And they go, well, there's a new timeline coming in by the end of this year. And I went, whoa. So I'm like, obviously what we're doing is working. What we're working on here is absolutely working. And so, clearing the space. And I think, we had talked about the full moon and the moon, that it was a time for us to start cleansing.
Mm-hmm.
And all of us were feeling heavy last time. All of us were feeling this weight. And one of the guidance that I got when you were talking was that we need to clear the excess that did not clear, the stuff that didn't quite have a chance to get out. Because it does feel to me like some of us, and I'm going to say me included in that at this moment, didn't have a chance to go outside, didn't have a chance to, really kind of take in that whole experience. So if you guys are open to, let's do some clearing. And I know that Gina, you were saying something about your throat chakra. So we want to get all of that out, right? We want to clear it and be really kind of as clear as we can be while this timeline is moving in. So we definitely don't want to bring any old baggage or old stuff with us. Right. So, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Shannon,
sounds good.
Shannon, I have one thing to add to you with your friend. Have you tried NLP with her and taking her back over through her timeline backwards to before she felt the pain, and then reprogramming her to move forward?
I've done that consciously with her, and the brain for some reason kicks it right back. So it's like we'll clear
Have you
it, she'll
tried
feel
to go
good
back
for.
even farther?
Yeah, I've actually gone into past lives. I've even gone into
Okay.
before she even got here. We've gone really deep. The solution that we're going to try this next time is I'm not telling her what we're doing. So I can't tell you guys exactly because if she listens to this, but we're going to help stimulate the brain in a different way.
Awesome.
I suggest you scramble her brain really well, and she won't have time to fight it, you know?
Mhm. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I know she's going to get better. I can feel it. It's just taking a lot longer, you know, but we're, you know, the great thing is that, you know, not that I'm hoping to get anything from it, but I'm really pushing my limits. Like I'm like, okay, this is what my perception of my limits are.
Mhm.
And now I'm like, no, I've got to go past that because I need to make sure that she has exactly what she needs. And if I got to
Definitely.
push my limits further and further and further until we actually help her, then that's what we got to do.
And you know what? It's fine pushing your limits with this. It's just expansion for you too.
Completely. Yes.
Mhm. All right.
Gina, I'm being guided to ask you, do you have a method of clearing?
I mean, that's what I do.
Okay.
So
Because
yes.
there's something about asking you what your method is for this, because Gabriel's saying there's a reason you came on today.
Mhm.
And
Well,
so
so clearing what in particular?
so all that, so we're the excess that didn't get cleared in the full moon, like the stuff with your throat chakra, but the heaviness that I'm experiencing and anybody else that's experiencing things. So when we do it, we kind of do a proxy and then we use it as the collective, and then we push it out to the masses, because there's a lot of people who didn't get a chance to clear things completely on the full moon.
Okay. So number one, it's interesting you say Gabriel. My soul spark came from Gabriel. He's my daddy. And I was doing work a while back. It's been a little while, a couple months since I've done it, but I was doing my emotion code work on the collective conscious. So I bring in the energy of collective conscious into my healing space. And it looks very, and only release what is in the highest good of the conscious to release, not anything that I decide. So
Right.
only that comes up. And the collective conscious right now, let me call it in. Yeah, so it's like a sort of human form, but there are so many. It's like ears of different animals and arms and legs and like an elephant trunk coming out of the shoulder, and so it's like kind of walking like, ugh, I'm so uncomfortable right now. Like there's so much all over that's built up from all of these experiences. And so I can do emotion code on collective consciousness. We can do other things too. And it's very like I'm so uncomfortable, please help me.
Absolutely. Whatever you're guided to do, because Gabriel really, he pointed to you and he said she is the one that she came on for a reason today.
Which is funny too, because I wasn't going to. I'm really hungry. I was going to go have lunch. I was like, no, I need to go. Okay. And it's probably me because I was doing it before and we kind of have a system. So okay,
I can use all the support today because I can't hold the group today. Not that I do every day, but I'm just saying today is a little bit rougher for me.
Okay, no problem.
So Gina, I'm not sure if you were on at this point or not, but I was sharing about like the permission to release. So I think that's part of it, is like giving, the word permission is, I'm just going to use that, of like those areas that haven't been released yet, that don't know it's okay for them to go, or something like something like that. Like if they're ready to go, we invite them to go,
Right.
something like that.
So I have whatever is in the collective consciousness highest good for forward motion onto the timeline of highest resonance. How does that feel? Happy to tweak.
Say it one more time.
Whatever is in the collective consciousness highest good for forward motion onto the timeline of highest resonance. The incoming timeline.
I would say yes. I would just, if we can put something in there about releasing what is not, or what might be an anchor, or what might be something that would be holding us back. But other than that, I like it.
Okay. Yeah. So that's my, what I didn't say out loud, because I'm lazy, transmuting whatever's in the highest good. So rather than release, I transmute, I take it from low frequency into the frequency of love. So there's no gaps ever, there's no openings that anything that's not love can come in.
Wonderful. I love it.
Okay. Is it in your highest good to work in general and specific body part, chakra, bottom three, top three, heart of collective consciousness? There's so much in the brow that is damaging to the heart. Brow meaning the perspective, so much that collective consciousness has witnessed that is damaging to the heart. And anybody who has anything else, please chime in, whatever you're getting.
I'm introducing the frequency of forgive.
So now I'm going into the emotion code chart, and I'll release emotions or compounds from collective consciousness heart chakra. Defensive.
One thing too is we're leaving, we just are leaving the moon being in Scorpio, and it's moving into Sagittarius. So there was a lot of heavy emotions that we all were experiencing under the Scorpio moon.
So I have helplessness, dread, crying, and dreads. This is a compound of emotions, multiple emotions felt at the same time. And that crying, I really felt coming from the solar plexus, as in crying for discord in the I am, the personal truth, inner knowing, and the ability to be in that knowing in their experience. There's an inability to do that. Or there's a discord with that, fear more.
Yeah, solar plexus is like personal power. So it's like things throwing off personal power. Yeah, big time.
More helplessness. This helplessness is specifically around how people are feeling they're being perceived. So many people are out there feeling misunderstood. And there's so much again in the throat chakra, reflecting their inability to correct the misperception, in part because they're also disconnected from their I am power. So it's this general discord without knowing exactly why. And so it's very difficult to redirect or correct. Crying.
I was just doing the sun golden light frequency vibration in the solar plexus, but I'm actually going to wait until we clear, and then I'm going to backfill it with that. And I'm going to do now ultraviolet, which will help clear some. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot about being misunderstood. Like that's the human condition, right? Is we want to be gotten, we want to be heard, we want to be understood, we want to be accepted. And there's a lack of all of that right now.
We have helplessness, dread, crying, dread, fear, helplessness, crying, discouragement, triggered 275 times. So this is a compound of 2,200 emotions. I'm transmuting every last atom across all space, time, and dimension that is involved in this compound into the frequency of love now. There's a hardening of the heart collectively around these experiences. Much better. More. Frustration to tears. Discouragement. Anger. So much built up on the top of the throat chakra. That frustration, the first one, I felt it much more on my feminine side. So this is very much frustration felt by female people. This feels like a female people experience commonly, although not exclusively.
I'm also getting that includes Gaia.
Mm-hmm. Defensiveness. In not one of these calls, a different group call, I brought in Mother Gaia energy into my healing space and declaring, oh, that was fun. Dread. She gives the best hugs. Wishy-washy. Defensiveness. Oh, again in the face. So much sadness in the need to have defensiveness because of being so misunderstood. Creative insecurity, more, no. Frustration, discouragement, anger, defensiveness, dread, wishy-washy, defensiveness, creative insecurity. 8. How many times triggered?
Ooh.
700. Okay. 5,757 times 8. 46,056 emotions in this compound.
That really landed. I mean, the sadness and frustration at the need for defensiveness because of being misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. And I'm even feeling it in my chakras, especially the lower chakras.
Yes.
I even was pulling in some light language with that, was like
Okay.
just trying to shift that.
Yes, more. Defensiveness, more. Frustration. There's fury with this frustration. It's like, this one isn't sad. It's like righteous anger, frustration. Confusion. Crying. crying. Creative insecurity. FYI, in this context, creative insecurity is the inability to create something that you desire. Discouragement. Defensiveness. Tears with the defensiveness and attempting to defend oneself through the use of low frequency words. So anger as a defense mechanism, especially anger layered on top of truth, which is powerfully destructive in its own way.
Well, and anger on top of truth has the truth not be heard
Right,
from both the speaker and the listener.
right. Another creative insecurity and terror. Fear. Ugh. I feel this in the back. This feels like it feels like it's like a feeling of something creeping up behind and always having to watch your back. So never being able to rest in a moment, having to watch your back all the time. Creative insecurity more. And this creative insecurity is heart-centered. It's the longing for love and attachment from a heart-centered place, but also the fear that comes with in the need for vulnerability in order to make that happen. Defensiveness, frustration, confusion, crying, creative insecurity, discouragement, defensiveness, creative insecurity, terror, fear, creative insecurity. 12. How many times triggered? $2,293 times 12. $27,516. I feel a clearing, strong clearing in front of the brow chakra. I often find filters in front of the brow chakra, like colored panes of glass, that when stimulus comes in, things we see and hear, it hits the filter and triggers those low frequency emotions, programs, messaging. And so this, I feel like, and normally it's painful for me when that gets released, but this one feels just like cold air, like an opening of doors and then cool air coming in. And it feels like a nice big window now in front of the brow, as opposed to a tight closed feeling. Okay, her energy is done. 27, let me just add up this. Does anybody have anything else? I still feel so much discomfort in the solar plexus. There's more to be done, but that's all for today.
I feel like the something we need to protect is our potency as sovereign individual beings, part of a collective, that we don't give away our potency. And when I say potency, it's like our power, our ability to achieve what we want, our ability to be sovereign beings and stuff. I feel like wherever, is that from our solar plexus, or would that be more of our root chakra?
Oh,
Both. It doesn't
right.
feel horrible, but I just feel like we have to maybe clear a little bit more to have that potency stronger, or maybe not today, but just something to think about.
Right.
I'd like to just jump in now and do this sun frequency infusion, which I think will help with that. So I'm now taking the sound in my ears so that I'm capturing the sound of the vibration. So I'm doing this for the collective. You may hear it yourself. Now I'm going to put it right here in my chest, feeling the vibration go through my entire chest cavity, front and back, spreading out like wings, also spiraling down at the same time. My body becoming like a cylinder of vibration. Now I'm going to take the focus to the solar plexus, and if anywhere in your body you're feeling the vibration, you may give that your attention as well. That's where the frequency needs to go for the healing. This next time, I'm going to breathe it in. I'm going to inhale in my mouth. I'll say inhale, we'll all do it together. And this liquid golden light, this warmth, this compassion, this peace, this balance, the power of the sun, the power of the great central sun will go through our system. Everywhere our breath goes, so it will go into our bloodstream, it will go into our organs, everywhere in our physical body, our spirit body, our etheric body. And inhale. Nice. I felt that is very cool. It's like you're taking a sip of this vibration. You're taking a sip of sun. You're taking a sip of light. And inhale. Nice. I felt that go deeper. I felt that on the back side of the solar plexus. One more time. And we're going to take it deeper breath as we can. So let's exhale first. And inhale. For this last one, I'm going to put the tuning fork vibration directly on the solar plexus in the front, so that the sound, the vibration, the frequency, the healing energy of the sun, of light, will like circle in that area of our body, almost like a picture of a galaxy, right? Like it's gonna be this like spiral energy, and in the middle is this, the solar plexus is this like kind of gaseous orb like the sun that will be at the center, at the core. And adding that vibration now. in this gaseous orb is our potency, our power, our self-power. It's for sure our sovereignty. Our ability to stand, our ability to speak, our ability to engage from the frequency of love. Whenever we need support, we can, in our mind's eye, drop into this gaseous orb in our solar plexus. Be connected to the frequency of the sun. Join arms with the I Am collective consciousness. Powerful in our sovereignty and powerful in numbers. We ask that any remaining energy that has not been released, that is ready to be released today, lower vibration energy, AI energy, EMF frequencies, anything else that has not been released yet for today that is ready to go, we give you permission to go. We release you with love. You may go now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
So it is.
You know, it's funny, my girlfriend gave me an orange statue of an elephant. And when you were doing, I was really vibing with the drinking in the sun energy. And I just kept thinking for my solar plexus, it's probably why she gave me that orange elephant, is so that I could have the strength in my solar plexus and, you know, like an elephant. This is for me.
That was very interesting for me. I've been working on, or I've been connecting more to my Taurus field and doing meditations that charge the light body and then flow it into the Taurus field and the aura. And so even before, so you did the first one and we can't hear the sound, but we know it's happening.
Right.
And I saw the galaxy, like probably a few minutes before you said it. And then I saw, it looked like bands of like a spiral, like a spring going up, and inside was everything that wanted to be released. And so instead of the Taurus field going up and out like that, it was this spiral going up and out, and the whole Taurus field rotating like a galaxy.
How cool.
So that was fun. Spin cycle on my aura. Thank you.
Thank you. So anything else for you ladies, Christina or Shannon, before we close this out?
I think that was wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree too. It was wonderful.
Awesome.
Shannon, is Gabriel happy?
He is. Yes.
Yay. We like having Gabriel be happy.
My lungs are clearer right now too, so that's a good thing.
Excellent.
Awesome.
So thank you for that.
Thank you. I feel a lot lighter and clear,
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
grateful. Yeah.
I'll send you a text, Shannon, of the like homeopathic protocol that I've heard or has been followed.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Did
All right,
everybody
I'll-
get the, Shannon,
Huh?
did you get the bubble run link in the chat?
I did. I'm gonna go sign up for that.
Yay. The
Thank
10
you.
a.m. heat.
Okay. I'll put that in there.
Okay.
Awesome. That'll be fun.
So Thursday is Thanksgiving. So we're probably not going to do our Thursday call. Do we just skip it this week or do we do another date or time?
I would say let's go ahead and, I mean, in my opinion, I think let's just wait till next Tuesday, because a lot of people will be busy and doing their thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I
then
know
we
we're not
just
going to do
maintain-
the call, but I was like, should we just jump to next week? And that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds great.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you on next Tuesday. Happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for coming on today. I appreciate your time.
Yes.
I'm great.
Thank you,
I'm
thank you.
grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you. Have a great
Absolutely.
turkey day.
You too.
You too.
All
Thank
right.
you all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.